2024, 2024, 2024. What you know? What's good with you people? How you feel? Is you already starting? Is you breaking your resolution? Does it really matter? Can it matter in the future? Yes. Does it matter today? No. That's how you live. Can you always start over another year? Yes, you can. Yes, sir. But you wish all your loved ones a happy holiday. Did you do that there? Nobody promised tomorrow. But we live for the future, right? Even though we live for the day. Some of us don't think deep in the future, but we still live for our children. But what about your children's children? Are you putting away for those children? So many people get caught up in the life, man, and they just worry about themselves and their child at the time, hoping that the child grows up and gives them grandchildren, but they're not worried about them or putting no money away for the grandchildren right now, unless you have a great job. The average, now 98% of the black family out there are working hard to provide for them and their child. So what about the child's future? How are you raising your child to be prepared for the future? Because like I did the video last night on part twice. Y'all got to subscribe to that channel. They shadow ban that channel, but I did a video last night on part twice, man. About the robots are coming, man. I really believe this is true.
Give me for my sins and what I said about your love.
Ray on the beat.
You set me free, I let you go. I let you go. You set you free, I set you free. I set you free. I let you free. You set me free, I set you free. I let you go. I set you free. I set you free. I set you free. I set you free. I set you free.
Real quick doozy, just a little taste test of what's coming out there, man. It's gonna be real bad, man. For everybody that say they don't need no nigga for shit or they fuck a bitch, they got something for you. A soulless being. You understand what I'm saying? So if that's what you want and that's what you want to partake in, they gonna have every flavor of your liking. No more toys. You don't need the toy. They have the real thing. You understand me? They're not going to play with you. They're going to give you exactly what you're asking for. Peace. Peace. But God say, man, it's not meant to be alone. So if you're with a robot, are you still alone? Like really, even if you have a robot wife or a robot husband, are you really with somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, robots, man.
Give me for my sins and what I said about your love.
Ray on the beat.
You set me free, I let you go. I let you go. You set me free, I set you free. I set you free. You set me free, I set you free. You set me free, I set you free. 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 I set you. I set.
Regarding industrial robotics, Japan is well ahead of the rest of the globe. The nation has 7 of the top 10 robot manufacturers in the world, making it a leader in cutting-edge technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning. The effective development of robotic hardware depends on these technologies. Today, in this AI Tech Academy video, we'll review Japan's most recent vision, the public availability of pregnant robots. Japan is, without a doubt, at the forefront of industrial robotics, as it is the world's leading exporter of robots in terms of both shipment volume and active units. The country also serves as a testing ground for new robotics applications. Companies such as Kawasaki, Fanuc, OTC Daihen, Epson, Denso, and Mitsubishi are leading the way in industrial robotics in Japan. Japan is also a key hub for technological companies, resulting in a continual influx of foreign investment. Regarding transporting robots, Japan is far ahead of other economies. Because of cutting-edge R&D and practical applications, Japan dominates the robotics sector. Robotics technology's rapid growth has the potential to drastically impact Japanese society. It's worth mentioning that Japan has long been highly invested in robotics research and development. And since the 1970s, the development of industrial robotics in Japan has been underway. The electronics and automotive industries were among the earliest adopters of industrial robotics. Industrial robotics are also proved essential in other sectors and workers' physical workloads. Today's big revelation is that Japan is not only a robot capable of bearing children, but it is available to the public too. A fully functional robot wife is now up for grabs in Japan, and she may be yours for the right price. Considering that the gadget costs $345,000, you might decide against purchasing it. On the other hand, Underground Corporation takes advantage of it to generate revenue for themselves. One robot can be purchased for $1 million, but only if you've been permitted to do so by the company. This female robot can cook, clean, say lovely things, do chores, and even get pregnant in an artificial womb. These are but a few examples of the things it can accomplish. On the other hand, many people think this should spell the end of women's rights. In the meantime, Japan has been at the forefront of robotics research for quite some time, and the country's leaders are committed to increasing the presence of robots in everyday life. In many Japanese households, the absence of one would feel incomplete. In addition, Japanese robots improve worker safety, productivity, and quality. This is a kind and quick reminder to all of our viewers that they must hit the bell symbol to remain informed about upcoming content. Now let's look at the example of one of Japan's most famous and publicly adored female robots in Japan named Erica. Erica is revered as one of the most beautiful and astute humanoids, and she's credited with ushering in a new era in Japan's long-established culture of robots. This extremely advanced humanoid was created through a collaborative effort by the Advanced Telecommunications Research Institute International, Osaka University, and the University of Kyoto. Professor Hiroshi Ishiguro, who is based at Osaka University and works at the Intelligent Robotics Laboratory there, acts as the leader of the team that was responsible for creating out the process of developing Erica's face. Professor Ishiguro looked at the features of the faces of 30 beautiful women for inspiration. Erica can now respond to questions with looks that are disturbingly similar to those of humans. Over this time, Erica has made progress with her speech, and she is now better able to comprehend and respond to questions. The Actroid Lady is a groundbreaking example of a straightforward machine comparable to the devices known as Android.
Give me for my sins and what I said about your mother.
Dre on the beat.
You set me free, I let you go. I let you go. You set me free, I set you free, I set you free. You set me free, I set you free. You set me free, I set you free, I set you free, I set you free. I set you free. I set you free, I set you free, I set you free, I set you, I set.
Regarding industrial robotics, Japan is well ahead of the rest of the globe. The nation has 7 of the top 10 robot manufacturers in the world, making it a leader in cutting-edge technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning. The effective development of robotic hardware depends on these technologies.
Well,
Today, in this AI...
y'all seen that shit, man. It ain't no military secret, man. The robots are coming. The robots are coming. Boy, I tell you what, though. What y'all gonna do at your jobs, man? You know, they not gonna need you, man. You know, they already talking about your downtime. Yeah, they talking about your downtime. How can you survive or even thrive during the artificial intelligence powered robot takeover of the workplace? I'm telling you, these robots are coming for your job. Now let's read this article. Regardless of profession, degree, or experience, there is no escaping the automated future. However, you can take steps today that will guarantee you not only survive, but thrive this new economy. The robots coming provide the first actionable guide to plan for and actually profit from these disruptive innovations. It offers an easy to understand overview of automation trends and explain what you need to know today to secure your future success, including how to understand potential job threats, develop irreplaceable skill, foster creative advantage, identify robot proof career spot investment opportunities. Host, listen, man, if you want to defeat the robots, you need to have a battle plan. These people are. I told you guys to do homework the other day. I say go watch Demolition Man. And I told you to just look at the decade by decades. You know, let's start way back. Let's just start at the 60s. We had the Black Panther Party. Everybody was doing civil rights. We shall overcome. Getting bit by dogs, couldn't drink out of white water fountains. You know, couldn't go in certain restaurants. He was black. And then in the 70s, you know, after they killed Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, great leaders, the pimps came. Yeah, you know why the pimps came, man? Because they kicked all the black fathers out the household by offering Section 8 housing to the black women. So you give them real cheap housing, food stamps, but they tell them, hey, you can't have no man living in here. If you do, we're going to take all our benefits back. So they made a big choice back there in the 60s. And during the 70s, man, these niggas was trying to leech off these women, man, because they ain't had nothing. They done took all the factory jobs. Granddaddy used to take care of 10, 12 children with just one job. Warehouse jobs, factory jobs, gone. So what these niggas out there on the street shooting dice, smoking junkies, all that there. Can't stand, got to creep in late night to go tip in with your girl. You know what I'm saying? You probably got kids where you probably was a good nigga, man, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Ain't nobody hiring. It was fresh off a white water fountain time back then. Ain't nobody hiring. Not no niggas. See, anybody can get a job now. But back then, your grandmama and your mama couldn't get a job for real. If you too young, your granddaddy or your grandmama, your great granddaddy couldn't get no jobs back then, man. So they turned to pimps, you know, dress up real nice and trick the girls out the food stamps and their little money, especially if they some freaks. You know how the hood rats do, man. It's been like that since the beginning of time. We always had hood rats. We always had good women living in the projects. We always had people that was good but still did bad in the project. We always had them dog ass bitches, the freaks, the sluts that couldn't help their sexual nature and expose their bodies to all type of guys and girls. We all had them type of girls in the ghetto. And so here you go. You got these girls getting benefits. And every time they have a baby, they get more money, income tax, all this shit, free housing, basically. Yes, any corrupt mind would take that over a man. And now it's getting to the point where everybody's independent. We don't need no man. That's because they designed it like that, man. They wanted the woman to be the man and the man to be the woman. They've been buck breaking us since the beginning, man. Tie him up to a horse, both sides. Hit the horse, tear his body apart in front of the family. The toughest nigga on the plantation. He ain't gonna do shit. Now y'all see who the master. Same when the police run in your house, nigga. You can be a killer. What y'all do? Raise your hands and surrender in front of your children, your wife. They see this shit. So now they fear the police. You the baddest nigga they know. Look what you did. You surrendered. Some are the small piece of the pie. Some, you know, they'll shoot it out with the cops. But that's rare. Those are the 2%ers. The average man ain't shooting out shit, let alone a cop. But hey, man, the robots are coming. So how can you survive? What you mean the robots are coming, man? They already got them in the warehouses. But like I said, back in the 80s, man, the crack era came. They done got rid of that era. Ain't nobody really smoking no crack. You got a few 2% of the motherfucking drug population still smoking crack. Everybody on pills now, and syrup, and motherfucking getting geeked up. Back in the 80s, man, niggas was getting money and smoking crack. That shit was crazy. Niggas' uncles out there bitch got Jerry curls, big ass cell phones. We looked up to them niggas like they was the man. Them niggas was getting hundreds and thousands of dollars in the 80s, a week or a month. Millions. Rick Ross was getting millions a month. All this shit brought in by the CIA to fund the fucking war. Ain't nobody ever talking about that. Yeah, they talk about it, but they brush it under the rug. The U.S. government actually brought drugs to the black community and niggas that ain't never had shit and told them, sell this, acting like they white boy dope dealers. All along, they CIA agents. Niggas are now making millions of dollars, thousands and hundred thousands of dollars very easily at a time where, it was a lot of poverty and guys that couldn't get inside the Section 8 houses with their girls. And niggas that couldn't get no women because they ain't had no game, no style. But now they got money now, so they can buy all the fancy clothes and trick all the girls into thinking they really the man. And they really ain't shit. They some project niggas. They just got money. Acting like a nigga that ain't never had nothing type niggas, Boom. Here come the war on drugs. Ronald Reagan say, no, the drugs seeping into the white community. He couldn't say it out loud like Trump would. But no, we can't have that. Nancy Reagan said, just say no. God bless the dead, both of them, but they said, just say no, and started a war on drugs. Y'all remember the war on drugs. Google that 2023 Google heads. Yeah, you got military type style police action going on in the black neighborhoods at those times. It was still racist. It's racist even more now because at least the white people back then were honest. And they let you know they didn't like you. Now they smile in your face. I told you a smile is a frown turned upside down, man. So here we go. 1980s, man. Jerry curls, man. You understand me? Niggas was getting money. You couldn't tell them niggas they wanted the shit with the motherfucking juice dripping out the motherfucking hair and shit. Them niggas was slanging this shit because they wanted to look like the white boys. Everybody wanted the hair that didn't look nigga nappy. You had to be ashamed of that there. You perm their hair. And you had to keep putting activator in your hair to keep it shiny and bouncy. I wanted one, man. My mama said, fuck no, you ain't messing my pillows up. I say, damn, my cousins, everybody got them. That's cool. Everything is backwards. So now they got rid of them type of niggas. And, now you got the pill poppers. You understand me? These niggas on meth. Ain't no telling what the 20s got in store. But I know in the 30s, man, the robots are coming. And that's all I'm saying. When they come, they taking the jobs, but they gonna sneak them in here and put them in the households. Remember that cartoon, The Jetsons? They had a robot made in the house. Remember I Robot? They've been putting the movies in your face because they want you to get used to it. So once you get used to it, it's not a shock. But like I said, they eliminating certain type of Negroes. So now you got the crack era, that's gone. Now these pill popping era niggas think this shit gonna last, but that shit gonna be gone. I don't know how long it's gonna last because certain drugs take lifespan shorter, and then generations die out from an pandemic. But pretty soon, that's gonna die out. Then the 2030s gonna come, and when the 30s come, man, they bringing these robots, bro. They already got them in the warehouse. What type of nigga they gonna have left then? Because it looks like the niggas are getting weaker and the women are getting stronger. My cousin said it on the phone. She said, man, the women are men in Memphis. There ain't no good man in Memphis. Is it by design? Is it our own destruction? I mean, we were raised by single mothers. Well, what about the brothers that was raised by fathers? Well, who was that to raise that man? Like some guys have notion to be a two-family household, a man and a woman in the household, but they still were raised by women. And so a lot of these households break up because everybody's acting like bitches in the house. And niggas are pretending to be men and don't really know how to be a man. And women are raising boys to be men, but they don't know what it is to be a man. So how can you raise a boy to be a man and you're not a man? It's all kinds of delusions. We're looking through things through a European ear and an eye. We're hearing things through a European ear and looking through it with a European eye. This is what we have been taught, to hate each other. But don't nobody want to hear that black shit. But you wonder why your motherfucking relationships don't work. Because they put that in the Willie Lynch letter, but niggas don't read. They ain't got no audio on that shit for you to read and make it hip. The motherfucker want to listen to, or maybe they put some murder music or future rap behind it, but he ain't finna stand behind that. Ain't nobody finna stand behind the way they put women against men. It's a war of women against men out here. They put it where the situation is reversed. They took all the factory jobs from granddaddy, got all the drugs and brought them to the neighborhoods. Don't think they ain't bring that shit there on purpose. Why they ain't bring it to their own to sell it? And then it seeped into the white neighborhood, then they called a war on drugs. Niggas bringing tanks in the neighborhoods and all kinds of shit. Yo, I'm telling you, that pandemic was a practice run, bro. They trying to see which one of you niggas gonna buck, which one of you gonna stay in. Quarantine, who gonna buck the quarantine? They know who gonna buck next time they wanna call it. They know you Negroes. See, they put the social media out there to indict you niggas. They gonna maybe leave it out there 20, 30, 40, 50 more years, man, and pull a grand indictment on the black race. Giving an excuse to call martial law and call it the war on crime. Because you see niggas getting killed on Facebook, Instagram Live, and you can just pull up, a child can pull up a video on Facebook or Twitter and come across a murder or two. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it. Black people, man, we gotta wake up, man.
Move over to Jerry. 1, 2, 3, curl. Let's go. Don't stop. The Jerry curl. Hey, he's rocking. Don't stop. Rock it, Jerry. Jerry curl. Hey, you're rocking. Jerry curl. You here for another answer of it, man?
No, just some answers.
Nick, Eddie, get this punk out of here.
Back up.
Hey, that's my activator, man.
Back up!
Back. Okay, now, just put my activator down.
Where were you the day Cookie Head got killed?
I was at the hair salon, man. I was getting my curl done. I was there all day.
Where?
Okay, I wasn't there all day, man. Afterwards, I went out on Crenshaw. I bought me some hair care products, man. I got some activator, some glycerin, and some curl activator, man. And then I went down to the beach.
You went down to the beach and you killed Cookie Head chickens, didn't you?
No! That's not nice. Yeah, I tried, man. I put the activator down on the board. I wanted to do the slip and fall, but he turned into a breakdance move, man. I swear, I didn't kill him, man.
And that's the truth.
Yes, it's the truth, man. I swear.
You wish death upon me. I don't know how many times. And now you wonder why you cried. All your family died. You killed my twins and you thought that shit was sweet. You thought you got away with murder. Never ever will it be. You caught my daughter and you disrespect my name. You disrespect my family and you disrespect the game. I think I said I love you too much, so you don't think that I would do my voodoo, but I do my voodoo. You don't know me too much. Now do you? Yo, my boy, yo. Get that new babu, my boy, yo.
I don't know about you, baby, but I know the trends, bro. The trends, man. You gotta watch the trends, man. Each generation, go 10 years at a time, man. See how all the eras have gotten worse. And niggas are getting weaker and more feminized. It's by design, man. They been had this shit out there, man. You had people that have been claiming both genders since Jesus' times, bro. And then you had the fear of the black man since the beginning of time, man. Since Cain and Abel, jealousy. Yo, like I said, you know, we living in a pill and meth era. Everybody's on synthetic drugs, you understand me? Smoking the vapes and shit, you know. Everybody, you know, certain comedians like God Bless the Dead, Bernie Mac, wouldn't make it today. Because with his comedy, where he first came out, you know, it was offensive to certain type of groups. We have so many groups now. And like I said, do your homework and watch Demolition Man, and you'll see what they're really aiming for, a peaceful future with no crime. And if you curse, you get tickets and fines. No guns, no more police shootings. A peaceful world. Create the AI robots to fight the wars. And the police have robots and AI robots that blend in with humans and humanoids. And just like the movies, man, they are really coming up with this. And if you think they're not, oh, man, please do your research. Black people don't do our research. We're so busy trying to work on our style. And that's what we are as a people. We are a visual, especially the men. We love what we see. And the fear of the black man is not just the only fear they have. They have the fear of the strong black woman, because she's the most beautifulest thing in this world. You understand me? The strong black woman can make any style and take any style and make it her own, and make it more beautiful than whoever possessed that style in the first place. But we are the originators of all style. But when they take the European style and they put it, man, they make it look better than them, and they hate us for that. They hate the black woman for that fact in itself, and they love to lust after our women. But we don't protect our women because we never could once we got over on the boats. They made sure of that. Seed was planted in everybody's head by the buck breaking. They still buck breaking you niggas, and you just don't even know it. Look at you. You wanna slang your hair just like them. You want your hair to blow in the wind just like them. You bleaching your skin just like you trying to get lighter. Don't stay in that sun too long. You gonna get black. You understand me? You want to be the European standard. And we are so gone that if you don't have that style, you look ugly considered to the European standard. If you got a nappy BDB, you are considered ugly in America and now all over the world. But who started that standard? Because we ain't never had no hair that's slang like that. Now you have a lot of mixed breed people now because of a lot of integration and a lot of rape that has long flowing hair. You know, some of our ancestors mixed with native blood, you know, but it was all a mix. And that's the hair that we possess and want. Men not so much, but only in the 70s and 80s. But now men have the dreadlocks. And the women still wear the lace fronts and the wigs. And black people have an issue with hair because we are taught that our natural hair is ugly. We're taught that our natural hair is ugly. Why do we know that we were taught that nigga nappy is ugly and we still try to hide our nigga nappy? And you know that it's wrong what we were taught. They changed slavery, that was wrong. What about the brainwashing from slavery that's still in effect to today? They taught slavery was wrong, right? And they're trying to take it out of the school systems, especially in Florida. Why can't they give us reparations for the brainwashing, the Willie Lynch letter? Because we are still affected by that European standard to this day. We didn't know English, you taught us English from rednecks. So whatever city you from, that's your accent of your redneck founders. Because the elite didn't go out there in the yard and play with the slaves or teach them nothing. They just paid for a year and went back in the house and hired a whole bunch of rednecks to watch over you niggas. And got some of you good Uncle Tom bootlicking niggas to help out. Because they couldn't do it. They too busy drunk off moonshine and raping our women to catch some of our slaves that escaped and killed them to get away. But those are not talked about. You have some niggas that probably try to dive back in the ocean to get back home, not knowing they would drown, not caring. And nobody's talking about the brainwashing. Look at her hair, it's beautiful, I admit. But it's not our hair. That's not how our hair is supposed to look. But I guarantee you that if the robots do come and we had a choice to make our robots look like anybody that we want, that would be my robot right there. Kelly Rowland. I would make her face look just like that with the body of maybe Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu body with Kelly Rowland face. That would be my robot. And I would program my robot to only talk maybe 3 to 4 times a day to say good morning, how are you doing, are you hungry, you need a massage, good night, and maybe every 24 hours ask me if I need some head or some pussy, and I can decline or I can say yes. You know, the more expensive the robot, the better the sex is, I guess. I mean, she has a microwave in her system. She can cook for me. She can drive. She can go to the store for me. She can defend me if somebody comes in my house. She can have a child for me. They have the baby, the androids where you can have children. And I'm gonna have her with a lace front that looks just like that. She's gonna be beautiful. And how can you blame me for having something like that? How can you blame me for wanting something that they trained me to like? And the women with the natural hair, I love you too, but I can't help but to like what I see. And it's like, they say, the girl say, you say you want a woman with natural hair? I do. For wifey. But for play, you know, the lace front is beautiful. It's a visual. It makes you want to, you know, have sex with these girls, man. You know? And we can't help what we like. Even though we know that's not what we need and that's not what we are, but we still like it. Because it's a visual, man. It's all a visual. It's nothing more, nothing less than a visual. And we are trained to like that. We're trained to like certain foods. When you grow up, the first 10 years of your life is what's going to determine what you eat and who you pray to. And if you're a mean child or a humble child or a child that was raised to fight or an athletic child or a child that stays in the house, those first 2 years are going to tell it. That's why I say go by the decades, man. Each decade, there's new foundations and theories being learned by different. Like when I grew up, I said, when I had my child, I'm never gonna whoop my daughter because I used to get beat. And we got different beatings when we were young. We got slave beatings. We got beat with switches and extension cords. See, kids ain't really getting whooped no more. So it's a different era. Child, like in my era, say I ain't gonna whoop my children, and I ain't whoop my children. You know, niggas say no, shit like that, but no whooping, no switches, no extension cords, none of that. And you know, and my children probably would never even think about even arguing with the children. It just goes on and on till the world is just reckless. They say honor thy mother and the father, but they don't do that. We never did that. I didn't do that. That's why I went to prison and did all the reckless things. When you're young, you're rebellious. And your brain is not developed, it's developing. So you need people that with constant guidance. And sometimes you despise that guidance because by nature you want to rebel. And if you rebel in whatever nature you're being raised in, that's what you're gonna be. Children are not born corrupt. Children are corrupted. You understand what I'm saying? Children are corrupted. Straight up. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Part twice. Never nice. I need you. I miss you. I love you.
I love you.
I don't want to see you happy unless it's with me. For real. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to see you with nobody, girl. I don't want to see you live in a happy world. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you. I don't wanna see you with nobody, girl. I don't wanna see you live in happy world, baby. This is just a message to that girl that broke my heart. I don't wanna see you live in happy world. I don't wanna see you with nobody, girl, baby. This is just a message to that girl that broke my heart. I don't wanna see you with nobody, girl. I don't wanna see you live in a happy world, baby. Can't see you with nobody else. You want to be my girl and keep me for nobody else. You want a man to be faithful, give the vine to things. You want a ranch and range, you cheering in they dark blue range. You want a house on 40 acres and they think that's hard. You want your cake and eat it too, you like these different bras. You super fine, you looking good, you try to make me jealous. I'm glad we brought her away from home, cause I don't trust my fellas. She wants to have my baby, but you just aborted one. Wait a minute, they between us could have been my only son. But that's okay, girl, I still love you. Listen to my message. I need you right here by my side until my final seconds. This is just a message to that girl that broke my heart. I don't wanna see you with nobody, girl. I don't wanna see you live in happy world, baby. This is just a message to that girl that broke my heart. I don't wanna see you with nobody, girl. I don't wanna see you live in a happy world, baby.
Dedication, anticipation, my heart's racing, infatuation, keeping me waiting for the invasion. Love making, concentration, satisfaction is my reaction. Celebration, these niggas hating. Animation, interrogation is devastating. Reputation, I'm feeling lonely. Isolation, communication, participation, motivation, desperation for sensation.
Yes, sir. I'm talking about if y'all don't stream Part Twice, I know something. Yeah, I know something, but no, man, the robots are coming. Man, you seen Elon Musk, man? Elon Musk ain't playing, man. That man got wife robots coming. Like, that's how they gonna slide it in here, man. But they already got them in the warehouses, man. They already got these robots in the warehouse, bro. And I just want y'all to know that these people is not playing with you. They not put the pimping on, man. Put the pimping on. I can just see niggas like in 2030 something, man. You know, these motherfucking robots gonna be expensive, man. You know, they probably gonna have, you know, different levels of shit you can afford. But you ain't gonna be able to get the dope robots, man. You know, you're gonna be able to design, you know, I said which robot, how would you design your robot? You know, I went around asking questions. And I was like, how would you, I asked this girl, what celebrity would you make your robot look like? You know, she was a little white girl, she was like Tupac. And I was like, wow. So I went around asking, you know, guys was like, you know, one dude said Erykah Badu, I was like, I'll make mine look like Kelly Rowland, you know, in the face with an Erykah Badu body. You know what I'm saying? So I think another dude said, Felicia Rashad, he was an older nigga. I was like, man, you know, these niggas will really partake in that. I know some women would make their robot look like certain guys, you know, but the thing is, like, I don't need no nigga for shit, or fuck a bitch is really for real now. And people that couldn't get no bitches and are bad with talking to women and are so, you know, introverted that they're scared to talk to women, or just they're weirdos, they can buy a wife now. And I'm just like, yo, how the fuck would that work if you was nigga with no money but you wanted you a robot for your house? Cause they say, man, like, yo, let me show this shit, man. This shit is crazy, man. These motherfuckers got, I don't know if this is it or not. These motherfuckers got oh man, yo. Shit's crazy, man. Hold up. Elon Musk. Let me see. Yeah, Elon Musk got these fucking robots, man. These wife robots coming, man. And they look real, G. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, if they got something like that, it's over with.
Artificial intelligence and machine learning. The effective development of robotic hardware depends on these technologies. Today, in this AI Tech Academy video, we'll review Japan's most recent vision, the public availability of pregnant robots. Japan is, without a doubt, at the forefront of industrial robotics, as it is the world's leading exporter of robots in terms of both shipment volume and active units. The country also serves as a testing ground for new robotics applications. Companies such as Kawasaki, Fanuc, OTC Daihen, Epson, Denso, and Mitsubishi are leading the way in industrial robotics in Japan. Japan is also a key hub for technological companies, resulting in a continual influx of foreign investment. Regarding transporting robots, Japan is far ahead of other economies. Because of cutting-edge R&D and practical applications, Japan dominates the robotics sector. Robotics technology's rapid growth has the potential to drastically impact Japanese society. It's worth mentioning that Japan has long been highly invested in robotics research and development. And since the 1970s, the development of industrial robotics in Japan has been underway. The electronics and automotive industries were among the earliest adopters of industrial robotics. Industrial robotics are also proved essential in other sectors and workers' physical workloads. Today's big revelation is that Japan is not only a robot capable of bearing children, but it is available to the public too. A fully functional robot wife is now up for grabs in Japan, and she may be yours for the right price. Considering that the gadget costs $345,000, you might decide against purchasing it. On the other hand, Underground Corporation takes advantage of it to generate revenue for themselves. One robot can be purchased for $1 million, but only if you've been permitted to do so by the company. This female robot can cook, clean, say lovely things, do chores, and even get pregnant in an artificial womb. These are but a few examples of the things it can accomplish. On the other hand, many people think this should spell the end of women's rights. In the meantime, Japan has been at the forefront of robotics research for quite some time, and the country's leaders are committed to increasing the presence of robots in everyday life. In many Japanese households, the absence of one would feel incomplete. In addition, Japanese robots improve worker safety, productivity, and quality. This is a kind and quick reminder to all of our viewers that they must hit the bell symbol to remain informed about upcoming content. Now let's look at the example of one of Japan's most famous and publicly adored female robots in Japan named Erykah. Erykah is revered as one of the most beautiful and astute humanoids, and she's credited with ushering in a new era in Japan's long-established culture of robots. This extremely advanced humanoid was created through a collaborative effort by the Advanced Telecommunications Research Institute International, Osaka University, and the University of Kyoto. Professor Hiroshi Ishiguro, who is based at Osaka University and works at the Intelligent Robotics Laboratory there, acts as the leader of the team that was responsible for creating out the process of developing Erykah's face. Professor Ishiguro looked to the features of the faces of 30 beautiful women for inspiration. Erica can now respond to questions with looks that are disturbingly similar to those of humans. Over this time, Erica has made progress with her speech, and she is now better able to comprehend and respond to questions. The Actroid Lady is a groundbreaking example of a straightforward machine comparable to the devices known as Android.
Give me from my sins and what I said about your mother. Dre on the beat. You set me free, I let you
Everyday lifestyle,
I
nigga.
let you go.
They say they fitting them in for everyday lifestyle. Remember the Jetsons? If you ain't old enough, all you 2023 Google heads, Google the Jetsons. That was a cartoon back in the 80s, I think, that had the robots and they flying cars and shit, yo. Like I told y'all, man, y'all don't want to believe this shit, but Hollywood corresponds with the government and the CIA to get you niggas used to shit that's coming. Yo, they had a fucking alien in Flintstones flying saucer back in the dinosaur days, visiting Fred and Wilma and all that shit, bro. Like Terminator, Star Wars, Walking Dead, all these movies are getting you used to what's coming. I ain't gonna say zombies per se, but niggas are junkies. And that's just like a zombie, you know what I'm saying, out there on some shit. I was in prison and niggas get on that K2 and get violent. And they just start tripping and tweaking out. Some niggas act like animals and like, oh, I'm telling you, Joe. So that's not far-fetched, but it's gonna get to a digital age where money is obsolete. You ain't gonna be able to make it rain no more. And I'm telling you, they phasing out all these different types of Negroes. Like in the 60s, the black civil rights, they got rid of them Black Panther niggas. J. Edgar Hoover made sure of that. And then in the 70s, the pimps came, you know. They got rid of that shit. Niggas still trying to pimp, but you know, my cousin still trying to do the old school pimping. It's over with. Then in the 80s, I meant they brought the crack in and tried to, you know, fund the war for them. You know, niggas started making millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars on the regular. Niggas that never couldn't get no bitches. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they brought the food stamps and the special housing and gave the women choice, either the nigga or the food stamps. You know they gonna choose that. Man, listen, now you got niggas getting money off crack. And you know, they getting their girls back now. They getting all the bitches, you know. And it just got real bad till it got into the white neighborhoods, man. And that's when they call themselves calling the war on crime. You know. But war on drugs, I meant. They brought the tanks in the neighborhoods and shit, you know, locking everybody up. But, you know, it was too late after that. And remember back then, man, if you old enough, the microwave, that killed it all right there. That was the start of the fucking robots. Oh yeah, nigga, that was the start of the robots. It created a laziness. Everybody want everything to be easy and quick. You ain't got time. You a single mother. You ain't got time to be cooking no goddamn full course meal like Big Mama. Big Mama ain't had no job. Big Mama let daddy work. But they took them factory jobs in the 60s and 70s, didn't they? And man, you used to feed a whole family of 10 with them jobs back then. And they seen these niggas building their own house. They couldn't have that, man. They took all the factory jobs, man. Now it's easy to get a job. It's just niggas don't want to work. Back then, man, you couldn't get no job when they took them warehouse jobs. They wasn't hiring nothing. Niggas still was fresh off drinking off black and white water fountains, man. Yeah, you couldn't even drink out of certain water fountains and go in bathrooms then. So they phased them niggas out. Now niggas are pill poppers and motherfucking, you know, junkies, meth heads. And what in the 20s ain't even over with. So in the 30s, when they bring these fucking robots, like they already got them in the grocery stores, man. You don't really see too many people check. Every time I go to the grocery store, I go to a human. Cause I hate using the checkout machines. Those are robots. They just not advanced. Your cell phone is a robot. They just not advanced. So when they bring these wife robots, cause you know these guys, you know, can't deal with, you know, especially in our community, it's hard to deal with our own kind, especially, you know, we in relationships, man. So vice versa, you know, they say the men ain't shit. My cousins say, man, ain't no good niggas in Memphis. I ain't met them. And the women I'm in down there. So if that's the case, man, hey, shit, we doomed. Cause you say you don't need no nigga for shit, well, they got a robot for you, baby. I know you already got your toys and shit, you just attach it to the robot. Man, they got female robots that can have birth the child inside their stomach. They have the little incubators like a test tube, baby. Just grow the man. Negroes, wake up, man. Separate the man and the woman. Put the dark skin against the light skin. Put the old against the young. It's the Willie Lynch, man. So they can separate and conquer. They did the pandemic and watch who was going to lock down, who was going to isolate and stay inside their cell. And they know which niggas buck and they know which ones complied. The niggas in prison are already brainwashed the lockdown. That shit was easy. Anybody in prison that came out on the pandemic was okay with the lockdown. But everybody else went crazy. But it trained them, it drilled them a little bit. You know, it taught people how to live inside. Like what's coming, man. If I tell you again to watch Demolition, man, I ain't gonna say it no more. They getting a peaceful future coming. Like, get the robots to fight the wars, so no casualties. You know, no more guns, no more a war on crime. Oh man, America is slick. Don't you see the trend, man? They put social media out there to make a grand indictment on you Negroes, man. They needed an indictment. They needed a reason to start a war on crime like they did the war on drugs. Yes, they need a war on crime, man. So when they do a war on crime, it's martial law. Stay your ass in. Remember the pandemic? Isolate, yeah, back in the house. Curfew. You going to work? Let me see your papers. Just like in the slave days, man, you know, master give you papers to go to the next plantation. You see your girl if you got one over there. You get caught without them papers, man, he call you a runaway. Put you in prison or lock you up or kill you out there on the back road. But yeah, man, a war on crime. Maybe 100 years from now, maybe 20. I don't know. It's no telling when these diabolical creatures do what they want to do. But you know the warehouses now have the robots. They just certain warehouses, they don't all have them. But yeah, I heard somebody say Amazon, man. Yeah, man, but over there in those countries, yeah, they work side by side too. And they're taking over more. Because it's real population control. You got a female robot that you can design to say whatever you want and don't talk and cook and clean. She got a self-defense mechanism in there for people to breaking in your house. She got the microwave in her stomach. She can cook for you. She can call long distance for you. God damn it, she can have sex with you and create a child with you. Yeah, man, they got robots at the front desk at the hotels in Japan, man, that take you, book you for your rooms. They got the ones over there that serve your food. They got everything that you can think of that will replace a human's job. And you think they not bringing that over here? They can't feed you Negroes. They rather have you homeless and fend for yourself and breaking into the store so they can get another indictment, a war on crime. Demolition, man. Demolition, man. Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes, man. It was funny as hell because the shit looked fake as hell, man. But they was throwing a subliminal message out there to you Negroes. And every time you get on Facebook Live and murder a motherfucker and record it, every time y'all record, y'all still acting crazy as hell, doing dumb shit, all these pranks and shit, trying to go doing anything to go viral. They recording this shit and it's an indictment. They need indictment papers, man. The way they indicted the ghettos back then for the war on drugs was because the drugs was getting into the white community and they didn't want that there. Yeah, man, you know, senators' daughters are getting high and ODing off that shit back then. You know, I'm telling you, bro, ever since I ever sold drugs, man, I really never really sold drugs to black people, like as far as when I sold crack. All my customers were Caucasian, bro. I'm talking about in Florida. I don't know about nowhere else. A lot of niggas sell dope in the hood, and that's all they know. But when you expand, man, you got other places, man. You meet the people with the money, man. The junkies, the black junkies, man, they come with the $7 and the $15, and the rest be quarters and nickels and shit, man. I'm telling you, bro, that's how it was back then, bro. So you be like, I don't want to serve no niggas. And then you had to be careful with the white boy, because they be the police. It was a risk, but we took it. But man, they coming over there in Japan, man, doing what they want to do. They playing with them soldiers' chromosomes and DNA, man. They got them DNA where they take the sample of their blood, experiment with these guys' chromosomes that got their skeleton harder, they run faster. It's all kind of shit, man. Bill Clinton put the clone out there, and y'all didn't want to see it. He got on the White House lawn and said he's going to continue cloning the livestock and the vegetables, but we will not clone children. Not going to clone children. Yeah, okay, but what about the other countries? They doing what the fuck they want to do. You ain't gonna tell me these motherfuckers ain't cloning children. Because these people are diabolical. The Bible said the imagination of a man is limitless, man. And he would try to do anything that his mind thinks of, man. That's why the world is so wicked, man. It was already predicted. He knew. You know. When you see shit, man, you think the worst. Like, if you had a pet snake, and you know you gotta feed it a rodent, when you put that rodent in there, man, why you just stay there and watch it? Why you wanna see that mouse get ate by that snake and swallowing? Like, ooh, that excites you, man. Don't you hate when motherfuckers be all in your mouth when you eat? How you think that motherfucking snake feel? You don't give a fuck, do you? Because he's a snake, inferior. You have the superior being. But it intrigues you. Death. Same as boxing. When you watch a boxing match, man, you want to see a nigga get his brains beat in, man. You don't want to see no technical match. The sweet science. You don't want to see that. And that's just the fact. That's our nature, man. It ain't nothing to be ashamed of. We have two sides of every story in the world. I tell you one thing about the robots that people are gonna have to understand is you're gonna have to learn how to adapt. You're gonna have to know your threat at your job. Like, so if you work at a warehouse, you gotta know you a hot threat. You a hot threat for your job to be taken. Cause I guarantee you, if you work at a warehouse, them motherfuckers on your ass about production. Yeah, they talking about your production load and they keep coming at you with that shit, and you be like, man, I'm doing all I can do. Motherfucker think I'm a robot. How many of you niggas said that shit, man? Hit the like button, you said that shit, nigga. I know for a fact I said it. And then I thought about what I was saying. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers finna bring these robots. I started doing research. I'm like, wait a minute, man. America be lying, man. You just can't believe everything motherfucking America say, man. I'm telling you, bro. Because they will lie to you. Hold on, watch this.
Your commitment and your courage in breaking new ground in policy is deeply appreciated. As the Vice President has said, and all of us know, we live in an era of breathtaking scientific discovery. More and more, our future in the world depends upon advances in science and technology, and more, the scientific community will influence the course of the future and the lives that our children will lead in the new century that is upon us. As I said in my commencement address at Morgan State University last month, our scientific explorations must be guided by our commitment to human values, to the good of society, to our basic sense of right and wrong. Nothing makes the necessity of that moral obligation more clear than the troubling possibility that these new animal cloning techniques could be used to create a child. That is why I acted in March to ban the use of federal funds for cloning human beings and to urge the private sector to observe the ban voluntarily while we initiated a national dialogue on the risks and the responsibilities of such a possibility, and why I asked this commission to issue this report. For 3 months, the commission has rigorously explored the scientific, moral, and spiritual dimensions of human cloning. It has talked to leading scientists and religious leaders, to philosophers and families, to patient advocates, and to the general public. From many opinions and beliefs, as Dr. Shapiro said, one unanimous conclusion has emerged. Attempting to clone a human being is unacceptably dangerous to the child and morally unacceptable to our society. I believe strongly that this conclusion reflects a national consensus, and I believe personally that it is the right thing to do. Today, I am sending legislation to the Congress that prohibits anyone in either public or private sectors from using these techniques to create a child. Until the day I sign the legislation into law, the ban on federal funding I declared in March will remain in effect. And once again, I call upon the private sector to refrain voluntarily from using this technology to attempt to clone a human being. I want to make clear that there is nothing inherently immoral or wrong with these new techniques used for proper purposes. In fact, they hold the promise of revolutionary new medical treatments and life-saving cures to diseases like cystic fibrosis, diabetes, and cancer, to better crops and stronger livestock. This legislation, therefore, will not prohibit the use of these techniques to clone DNA in cells, and it will not ban the cloning of animals. What the legislation will do is to reaffirm our most cherished belief about the miracle of human life and the God-given individuality each person possesses. It will ensure that we do not fall prey to the temptation to replicate ourselves at the expense of those beliefs and the lives of innocent children we would produce. Finally, the legislation will ensure that we continue the national dialogue we began 3 months ago and will provide the nation and the Congress another opportunity to take a look at this issue in 5 years. To make sure that all our voices are heard as we explore human cloning, the legislation specifically requires the National Bioethics Advisory Commission to continue its study and report back in 4.5 years. At that time, we will decide how to proceed based on what has been accomplished and agreed upon and debated and discovered in the intervening period. Banning human cloning reflects our humanity. It is the right thing to do. Creating a child through this new method calls into question our most fundamental beliefs. It has the potential to threaten the sacred family bonds at the very core of our ideals and our society. At its worst, it could lead to misguided and malevolent attempts to select certain traits, even to create certain kinds of children, to make our children objects rather than cherished individuals. We are still a long way from understanding all the implications of the present discoveries, but it is our moral obligation to confront these issues as they arise, to act now to prevent abuse. Today, I hope other countries will see what we are doing and do the same, and I pledge to work with them to enforce similar bans around the world that reflect these values. Once again, let me say a heartfelt thank you on behalf of our entire nation to the National Bioethics Advisory Commission for the remarkable work you have done and the work you have agreed to continue doing in the coming years. Thank you very much. This report on a difficult topic in a short period of time.
Listen. How in the fuck is you gonna stop Japan and all these other countries from doing what the fuck they wants to do? Y'all owe them trillions of dollars. You said, I hope they don't use these techniques. Negro, please. This the same man y'all tried to vote her wife in, but he created that crime bill and got so many niggas locked up. And you had the Uncle Toms in the black community telling you need to do something. We gonna give you our vote. You need to do something about this crime and this drug. Man, they did. They put it in there. They put the drugs in the community, but you mad at the niggas for taking advantage of all the money and getting all the bitches. That's the human nature, to want to feel good and live good. These diabolical motherfuckers put all that fancy money and fancy car shit in our life, man. You know we Africans, man, we love to shine. We have natural diamonds and gold in our land over there. We always had gold and diamonds. And we always danced and we always shined. So what make you think when we get over in America we gonna stop? We just have to shine in a European standard now. Hey man, even if it's fake, they'll wear it. Even if it's fake, they'll wear it. But the billionaires don't wear it. Because that's not them. They not meant to shine. That's not their nature. So of course they ain't gonna wear it. They hate us for wearing it because it look good when we wear it and it look funny when they wear it. We take any style, any kind of culture and make it look good. Look at the black women and their hair. Beautiful from the European eye. But I tell people that and I'm hating. I tell people that I'm hating. So what can I do? The robots are coming. They're going to take over. They're going to look however you want it to look. Population control in effect. The fear of a black planet in effect. Hey man, they putting it in your face, man. Terminator. They been put it in your face. Oh, the robots ain't gonna turn and go crazy. Hey man, if they can hack your phone, a nigga can hack your robot. iRobot. You don't know who's who. They gonna get so. Look at the first video. Remember Mike Tyson Punch Out? For all you 2023 Google heads that never played Mike Tyson Punch Out, just understand that every ghetto in America, if you was a black boy, wanted to have that game. You'll steal it from somebody, or you'll goddamn it beg your mama or whoever to get that game for you. And we played that game till we knew all the code and beat the shit out of Mike Tyson. But nigga, just the video games are so much more graphic and real now. So imagine 20 more years from now how the video games gonna look and the cell phones gonna look. They gonna put it all inside of an android, a robot. They gonna have the microwave inside of her. She gonna have the firearm if you wanna add it to her. She gonna be able to motherfucking do your homework, pay your taxes, drive to the store, give you some head, have a baby, shut the fuck up. Whatever you program it to look like, or say, or do. But they also gonna come for the jobs after that. They already taking your job and you don't even know it. Hey man, taxi drivers are gonna be extinct because they got the Ubers. Oh, it's the Uber now. You can work for yourself. We don't need no taxi companies. Grocery stores, everybody going to the self-checkout. I don't know. Maybe, that's where it's supposed to be. Let's talk boxing. Yeah, man.
You niggas could not pop it. You too sloppy. You tried to get me, Jackie Chan.
I just know that certain fights ain't gonna happen. And that's a shame because, like I said, we living in a new world, y'all. It's okay to duck. It's okay to say he's not a pay-per-view attraction. It's okay to say all these weak-ass things because I told you they watering down the Negroes. It used to be you can take a good licking back in the day and keep on ticking. Not no more. They stopping the fight. Yeah, you can't hit the quarterback. You can't do none of that shit, man. This is not just the boxing channel. We talk about everything on this motherfucker, which I love to see the good fight. So what the fuck is going on with Abdul Rahim? I can't call him Javante no more because it's not that anymore. He changed his name. Y'all respect that? I respect that. The only people that don't respect that are the ignorant and the blind, but of the kind. And if you're black, you still can be the other kind with the same color as me. It's all about the mind. So any man that doesn't respect Muhammad Ali, that's the same type of people that don't respect Gervonta Tank Davis. Because Muhammad Ali was disrespected when he changed his name from Cassius Clay to Ali. And Negroes in the black community just couldn't understand. This nigga ain't eating pork. Shit, this nigga crazy. You crazy for not eating pork and changing your name from a slave master's name. You're crazy. You need to see the brainwashing. So now here comes Tank saying he's Abdul Rahim and people making fun of him. Wow. The ignorance. Indictments. People are making indictments on the black community with social media. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be an indictment for a war on crime. It's going the same way in boxing. They're going to say we soft, man. Look at the NBA. Anybody can play. All you got to do is learn how to dribble and shoot now. You don't got to be tough. You don't got to be tough to get in the league no more. You can be just a good shooter. Steph Curry. Tank Davis around this motherfucker wiggling and pooting He ain't fighting nobody. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to call him Tank Davis. Damn, it's gonna take a minute for me, Tank. I can still call you Tank, goddammit, but Raheem, Abdul Rahim, man, you around here wiggling and pooting, my nigga. We need to see you fight something. They gonna have the rock'em sock'em robots in there. You nigga, we ain't gonna motherfucker ain't gonna pay for the fights no more. And they gonna bring back the rock'em sock'em robots. Remember that movie? They gonna have AI android robots in there fighting. Damn, I went back to the robots. I'm sorry. No, man. The robots can't get hurt. You put robots in the military, they can't get killed. You put robots in goddamn the police force, they won't be murdered. No more families lost. Well, where the police gonna work? Them motherfuckers gonna lose their jobs too. I know they don't want to see that shit. But the robots gonna be worse than the police. The robots gonna kill on sight and get away with it because they're not human. Freeze, police, don't move. Man, I ain't did shit. Boom! He had a high-pitched voice I didn't understand. Man, I'm gonna get me a robot tomorrow. Man, you can't afford no motherfucking robot. Shit, nigga, they got the cheap robots. Man, how much the cheap robots cost? Shit, they got a cheap robot. I'm gonna get me one. Man, the motherfucking robots expensive like a goddamn Bentley. I want one of them motherfuckers what's that rapper name, man? He got him a robot. That motherfucking robot look just like goddamn Kelly Rowland. Man, you lying. That robot don't look like no Kelly Rowland, man. You talking about the old girl that sung on Destiny Time? Yeah, man, he got the robot look like Kelly Rowland. And the body look like Erykah Badu, man. Big old booty, thick. Man, the robot sexy, man. I'm talking about, man. Be driving around town with him. They went out to eat, man. Look like a real woman. I'm gonna get me one. Man, you can't afford no motherfucking robot, nigga. Shit, nigga, I'm gonna get me one, nigga. You got me fucked up. I'm gonna get me a robot, and you niggas gonna be hating. Watch what I tell you. Man, let me call Lil Rico and them, man. Hey, this nigga talking about the motherfucking robot. Hey, Rico. Man, these niggas talking about they finna have some wife robots coming in 2030, man. You heard about that shit? I don't believe that shit, man. Yeah, man, that shit true, bro. I heard, man, I'm gonna get me one. You know, I've been doing my thing, riding around town, getting my little money up right now, man. You know me, man. I be making moves, and I knew this day was gonna come. I had did research. I was listening to that nigga part twice. He got a page called Rule Disposal, man. That nigga was already talking about the little white robot, man. You gonna be able to, man, I'm gonna make my motherfucking white robot look like Megan Thee Stallion, nigga. Yeah, nigga. I'm gonna put that motherfucker. Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna have her shutting up, nigga. She ain't gonna be able to say shit to me unless I ask her a question. Yeah, man, yeah, it's true. Man, how much the motherfucker cost, man? I wanna get me a robot, man. Shit, them bitches expensive, man. Them motherfuckers like buying a motherfucking Bentley, man. You want the best robot, man, with the best pussy, man. You gotta spend your money, man, you know. And them things get pregnant and everything. If I wanna have me a little family, man, all I gotta do is ski them. Man. Yeah, man. You got the little robots. I think they say around 2030 or something, man. They bringing them bitches out, my nigga. God damn, man. How much the cheap ones is? Oh, man, you don't want no cheap ones, dog, man. Them cheap ones, man. I'm telling you, I heard about the cheap ones, man. They say they got a defense mechanism, so they basically like real women, man. Them motherfuckers, if a motherfucker hack your robot, they ain't got no real good security system on them, so a nigga hack your robot, you come home, nigga fucking your bitch. And the robot gonna turn around and be like, he hacked me. Ain't gonna take no accountability. It's like having a little weak ass dog, a motherfucker burglar running your house, and the motherfucker dog don't do shit but hide. And just let the motherfucker do whatever the fuck they wanna do, man. I don't need no, I want a robot that's gonna kill a bitch come in my house, man. My robot gonna be able to shoot about 30 rounds at a bitch in about 10 seconds, you hear me, man? Yeah, I'm gonna have that motherfucker like RoboCop in that bitch, man. I'm telling you, man, if she gonna look like Kelly Rowland, you can believe your ass on that, nigga. Yeah. God damn, boy, you getting that money out there, boy. Yeah, you know me, man. Gotta do my thing, man. You know, this motherfucking money, man. It don't stop, man. You know, shit don't stop because the pimp got popped. But, man, them robots gonna cost a lot of money, G. You can't afford no, you gonna get the little hood rat robots, ain't you? Hell yeah, nigga, with a big fat booty. I want my robot to be big. I don't like them little bitty bitches. You crazy as hell. No, I'm gonna get me one of them expensive robots, man. You know, cause I want my robot to work last, man. I don't want no little, cheap robot, man. My robot gonna look like what your robot gonna look like? I want mine to look like Kelly Rose. Shit, I want my robot to look like Fantasia. She was just on the color purple. Man, these niggas gonna go wild if they ever bring some fucking robots out here, man. I'm telling you, man. The wife robots, man. That shit is crazy, Joe. Wife robots, man. You gonna be able to design them motherfuckers however you want them. What they gonna realize is they put these robots in the house just like they put the microwave in the house, right? And so the microwave made everybody lazy. What the fuck you think the robot's gonna do? The robot's gonna motherfucking have you going looking crazy for real. You ain't gonna be, you niggas, you think it's obesity? Robots ain't gonna give a fuck if you get 300 pounds. They still gonna love you. They still gonna love you, man. Unconditionally. That robot gonna be there forever for you. And it ain't gonna change how it look. That motherfucker, you gonna be able to take them out and be proud. Ain't nobody. And then, like just like the video games got more advanced, the robots gonna get more advanced. Yeah, and then motherfuckers ain't gonna even be able to tell it's a motherfucking robot, man. I'm talking about you gonna be going out, talking about this your husband or this your girlfriend, and them motherfuckers ain't even gonna be real. Man, them motherfuckers ain't gonna be real. Yeah, man, this my bitch, man. You know, I met her in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Say what's up to the people. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man. We finna go get a little sweet, roll to town, pick up a couple more bitches, man. You know, see, my girl don't give a fuck about that shit, man. You know, my girl, she down with it. Tell her, hell yeah, she, we in the streets tonight. Yeah, man. Y'all niggas take it easy, stay safe out here, man. God damn, boy, that nigga got a bad bitch. Man, that bitch ain't real. That bitch a robot. How you know? Man, I can tell. Ain't no bitch just finna let a nigga just talk like that. Shit, nigga, Cassie did. Oh, damn, you right. But yeah, man, you ain't gonna even be able to tell, nigga. Shit, you motherfuckers gonna be looking so real, nigga. With the lace fronts and the wigs. You gonna be able to change the color of her hair any day you want to. The female's gonna have them a husband robot. You out in public with the robot, I'm like, hey girl, meet my new boyfriend. Hey, oh, you're a big guy. How you doing, man? Oh, you got strong hands. Okay, I'm proud of you. Y'all getting married? Yeah, we getting married next month. Y'all invited. We came here to tell y'all. Oh, for real? Okay, y'all, you must be a personal trainer. You big. Yeah, I do my thing, man. Here's my card. Oh, okay, Point Twice Fitness. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, y'all stay safe. Come on, baby, let's go. Yeah, that's a robot. He ain't even real. He's a robot, and that's how the conversation's gonna go. They're gonna program it to be realer and realer and realer and realer as time goes on. More real, more real, more real. You in the house. Hey, robot, go to the store for me. Okay. You have children robot. Hey, listen, but this is why Bill Clinton said that shit though, because they making perfect children over there in other countries. What if Inouye was a fucking clone and they played with his chromosome or some type of way, man? Like you can't tell China or Japan or none of them other countries what to do. Doing what the fuck they want to do. Them motherfuckers got Godzilla in the water over there somewhere, man. They cloning animals. You got all kind of little furry creatures we ain't never seen in America over there. It look like they cloning. Look like they experimenting, nigga. It look like it. You ain't even gotta be there. It look like it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year, nigga. It just looked like it, bro. Telling you, G. It just looked like it, man. These motherfuckers are wicked, man. They anything in their imagination, they gonna try to do it, bro. I'm telling you. It's not a military secret that they want to eliminate the black man. Why they want to, you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they eliminate the black woman? Because reproduction, they need the eggs. You know what I'm saying? Create another race. They can do anything they want. But the black woman will always carry that melanin in her, and it will always be a fear of a black planet. But they can dominate the woman. They can't dominate the man unless they make him weak. So if you separate them from their wife and their children, the family will be destructed because there's no one in the house with equal energy. You have to have equal energy inside of a house. So if you have man and woman inside of a house, the child gets both energies. If you have a father that's a weekend there, he's neglected energy. Some energy is missing out of his life. It has to have equal energy. So if you get a husband robot, the husband robot is not a male, it's a fake man. It's not the same energy. God has not intended that energy. God said in Revelation, there will be soulless beings out here. Soulless. A robot has no soul. Well, what do you mean, part twice? It can reproduce. No, you put the baby inside of the robot and it has an egg in there it attaches to, and then it uses the belly as an incubator, like a test tube baby, like they do all the other clones. You just get it right there inside the belly. You can pick any robot size. You want a big robot, a little robot, but once they're here, they'll be there to control you. Once they take over the jobs and the homelessness and the crime and everything is just out of control, these robots will be there to either destroy you or subdue you whenever the reprogramming is overwritten by the government, because they control everything. They know whatever you're doing. They know what we're talking about right fucking now. And they hate it. But they know the niggas ain't gonna believe it. Ain't no aliens. We ain't got no conspiracy against the black man. And y'all tripping. It ain't no gay agenda. Yeah, man. So I'm just telling y'all these things for 2024. And y'all go stream part twice, man. And don't forget that we got a showcase coming up, man. And it's countdown to Valentine's Day. We trying to get couples back together out here, man. We ain't trying to do no more separation of couples, man. When you see they bringing the robots, man. I mean, the Willie Lynch letter is in full effect. Separate the man from the woman. You don't need no nigga for shit, but we need you. That's what you were created for. You going against God's will. God said man was not meant to be alone. So he created the beast of the earth, and he seen that wasn't enough, so he made woman out of our rib. And that's your job, to be there for us, and we there for you. And when niggas say they don't want to cake up on the bitch and spend money on them, you wrong. That's what they're here for, because they're here to help us. They're here to cure our loneliness and spread our seed. But they don't want to accept that role, but that's what God put them there for. Get mad at God. Tear that page out the Bible. I'm tired of y'all people not understanding order. God said man is not meant to be alone. So if you're lonely around this time, you're going against God's will. Work it out with your ex. Whoever you had a child from, you have a seed from them. That is your purpose on earth, is to raise that seed and go through life and make it better for the child's future and the future generation. How you think the elite are so well off? They make sure that people 100 years from now are still taken care of, not just their child. Yeah, their child, you know, is taken care of, but they want to make sure their children's children is taken care of. So people that are able to create generational wealth, you should always take advantage of that. Because if you don't, you already know the destruction is near. Happy New Year, like I said. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Happy fucking New Year, but nigga, get back on the ball. You ain't got no business not knowing what this man talking about. You ain't got no business not knowing what this man is talking about. This man is talking about some real life shit.
Advances in science and
I'm gonna rewind
technology.
this shit just for you. Hold on, man. Because I'll be wanting people to know that they'll put it in your face, but you'll look right over it. and you don't listen to key words, well, I'm gonna play this shit again, I'm gonna get off live, man. But y'all subscribe, like, share, and subscribe, and hit the Cash App part twice, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Next time I go live, call in, and we gonna chop it up on live, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about whatever topic you want to talk about, nigga. There's no topic that's not talked about on this show, except for, you know, the people that killed Jesus. Fuck it, we gonna talk about that shit too, nigga. I meant what I said when I said what I said. I said it again like I said it then, cause ain't no shame in my game. I do my thing from Frisco to Miami, from San Fran to Japan. It's all about the money game with me. And like I said, man, you know, the robots are coming. They're gonna take the jobs, and it's gonna be like The Walking Dead without the zombies, but there are zombies because you niggas are junkies. Well, then the money is gonna be obsolete. They're gonna make it all digital. Ain't gonna be making it rain no more. You can't sell no 20 bricks because they're gonna have it all digital. They're gonna see where you're getting all this money from. They're gonna want theirs. Control, population control. Everybody's getting nicer. You can't make fun of nobody no more. You can't call nobody fat no more. You understand what I'm saying? You can't call nobody gay no more. Everybody's sensitive what they putting in the food, man. Why is everybody so sensitive, man? Bill Clinton already said, man, they're gonna keep cloning the food. And they hope that other countries don't use these same tactics to clone humans, but you know you can't tell a motherfucker nothing. A nigga can't tell you shit. How the fuck you think you gonna tell a country that's a tyrant some shit? You can't tell Japan shit. You owe them bitches billions and trillions. All China, all them motherfuckers, you owe all them bitches. But you got a superpower, don't you? You got the war. You think America ain't cloning either? They was in competition with Russia to fly to the moon first back in the 60s. Y'all don't remember that, but y'all don't Google that type of shit. Y'all want to look up celebrities and all what they life go through. Them celebrities got money. You ain't got no money. You can't do the same thing them motherfucking celebrities do. Yeah, you can't break up with your nigga like a celebrity because you ain't got enough money to pay them fucking bills. So pretty soon you're going to be back on the ground trying to, you know what I'm saying, catch some. You know what I'm talking about? And the niggas be breaking up with they bitches. They can do that, man, because when you get older, man, you can still have children when you're 60, 70, 80 years old. But that don't mean it's right. Because the Bible say clean to your wife. So if you ain't clean to your wife, man, you out there single, man, you living against God. He say flee from adultery. So you pick your wife, man, you choose your wife, man, you stay with her, man. If you a man that can't keep your dick in your pants, I ain't knocking you because that's your nature that you can't control. But people have to understand that that's a man's nature to hunt. And when he put down the hunting rifle, man, because it's a girl that's worthy and that can satisfy his needs from loneliness. And what I tell people, and I'm gonna end this video with, men need peace and women need love. As long as we can understand that shit and compromise with each other, man, you give me some peace and I'll give you some love. We got to stand on that shit till death do us part, for better or worse, right? Right. Check out Bill Clinton and remember them Popeye's chicken sandwich when you finish watching this video.
Your commitment and your courage in breaking new ground in policy is deeply appreciated.
Stream part
As
twice.
Vice President has said, and all of us know, we live in an era of breathtaking scientific discovery. More and more, our future in the world depends upon advances in science and technology, and more, the scientific community will influence the course of the future and the lives that our children will lead in the new century that is upon us. As I said in my commencement address at Morgan State University last month, our scientific explorations must be guided by our commitment to human values, to the good of society, to our basic sense of right and wrong. Nothing makes the necessity of that moral obligation more clear than the troubling possibility that these new animal cloning techniques could be used to create a child. That is why I acted in March to ban the use of federal funds for cloning human beings and to urge the private sector to observe the ban voluntarily while we initiated a national dialogue on the risks and the responsibilities of such a possibility. And why I asked this commission to issue this report. For 3 months, the commission has rigorously explored the scientific, moral, and spiritual dimensions of human cloning. It's talked to leading scientists and religious leaders, to philosophers and families, to patient advocates, and to the general public. From many opinions and beliefs, as Dr. Shapiro said, one unanimous conclusion has emerged. Attempting to clone a human being is unacceptably dangerous to the child and morally unacceptable to our society. I believe strongly that this conclusion reflects a national consensus, and I believe personally that it is the right thing to do. Today, I am sending legislation to the Congress that prohibits anyone in either public or private sectors from using these techniques to create a child. Until the day I sign the legislation into law, the ban on federal funding I declared in March will remain in effect. And once again, I call upon the private sector to refrain voluntarily from using this technology to attempt to clone a human being. I want to make clear that there is nothing inherently immoral or wrong with these new techniques used for proper purposes. In fact, they hold the promise of revolutionary new medical treatments and life-saving cures to diseases like cystic fibrosis, diabetes, and cancer, better crops and stronger livestock. This legislation, therefore, will not prohibit the use of these techniques to clone DNA in cells, and it will not ban the cloning of animals. What the legislation will do is to reaffirm our most cherished belief about the miracle of human life and the God-given individuality each person possesses. It will ensure that we do not fall prey to the temptation to replicate ourselves at the expense of those beliefs and the lives of innocent children we would produce. Finally, the legislation will ensure that we continue the national dialogue we began 3 months ago, and will provide the nation and the Congress another opportunity to take a look at this issue in 5 years. To make sure that all our voices are heard as we explore human cloning, the legislation specifically requires the National Bioethics Advisory Commission to continue its study and report back in 4.5 years. At that time, we will decide how to proceed based on what has been accomplished and agreed upon and debated and discovered in the intervening period. Banning human cloning reflects our humanity. It is the right thing to do. Creating a child through this new method calls into question our most fundamental beliefs. It has the potential to threaten the sacred family bonds at the very core of our ideals and our society. At its worst, it could lead to misguided and malevolent attempts to select certain traits, even to create certain kinds of children, to make our children objects rather than cherished individuals. We are still a long way from understanding all the implications of the present discoveries, but it is our moral obligation to confront these issues as they arise, to act now to prevent abuse. Today, I hope other countries will see what we are doing and do the same, and I pledge to work with them to enforce similar bans around the world that reflect these values. Once again, let me say a heartfelt thank you on behalf of our entire nation to the National Bioethics Advisory Commission for the remarkable work you have done and the work you have agreed to continue doing in the coming years. Thank you very much. This report on a difficult topic in a short period of time, requiring an extensive inquiry. Your commitment and your courage in breaking new ground in policy is deeply appreciated. As the Vice President has said, and all of us know, we live in an era of breathtaking scientific discovery. More and more, our future in the world depends upon advances in science and technology, and more, the scientific community will influence the course of the future, and the lives that our children will lead in the new century that is upon us. As I said in my commencement address at Morgan State University last month, our scientific explorations must be guided by our commitment to human values, to the good of society, to our basic sense of right and wrong.